There are mornings that feel like any other morning. The sun comes up the same way. The tea is made the same way. And the man who lives in the small house on the quiet street says goodbye to his family the same way he always does. That man was Rayan. And on that Tuesday, nothing in the world told him it would be the last time. Rayan was 34 years old. He worked as a delivery supervisor at a logistics company 2 towns away. The job was not glamorous, but it paid the bills, kept the lights on, and put food on the table for his wife Hina and their 2 children, 6-year-old Zara and 8-year-old Bilal. It was a simple life, but it was a full one. That morning, Hina had made parathas. Bilal was arguing with Zara over the last piece. Rayan laughed, broke it in half, and handed a piece to each of them. Hina stood by the kitchen door with her arms crossed, and a smile she was trying to hide. He kissed her on the forehead, ruffled both children's hair, and told them he would be home by 9. He picked up his keys. He walked out the door. He did not look back. Nobody ever looks back on the days that matter the most. The day passed normally. Rayan handled a backlog at work, resolved a complaint from a driver, and ate a packed lunch alone at his desk because the break room was too loud. He called Hina at 3 in the afternoon. She told him Bilal had scraped his knee at school and that she had made haleem for dinner. He told her he loved haleem. She laughed. He said he would be home by 9, maybe earlier. He was not. At 7 in the evening, Rayan's manager called him back in. There was an urgent delivery issue. A truck had broken down on the far route, and no one else was available to coordinate the backup. Rayan stayed. He always stayed. He was that kind of man, the kind who never said no when someone needed him. By the time he was done and heading home, it was past 10:30. The road he took was the long road, the highway road, the one with no streetlights after the 3rd exit. It had rained that evening, not heavily, but enough. The tarmac was slick and dark and shining under his headlights. Rayan had driven that road 100 times. His hands knew every curve. But his eyes were heavy, and his mind was somewhere between the unfinished report on his back seat and the warm plate of haleem waiting at home. He picked up his phone. It was a single message from Hina. She had written, "We are waiting. Drive safe." He looked at the screen for no more than 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That is all it took. When he looked back up, there was light. Bright, sudden, blinding light. And then there was nothing. The police report said it was a head-on collision. A truck that had drifted lanes on the wet road. Rayan's side of the car absorbed most of the impact. He was found unconscious, but breathing. The paramedics worked fast. They got him to the hospital in time. But Hina, Zara, and Bilal were in that car too. They had come to surprise him. Hina had packed the haleem in a box. Bilal had drawn a small picture at school that day, a house with 4 people standing outside it, and he had wanted to show his father before bedtime. Zara had fallen asleep in the back seat with her head on her brother's shoulder. They were coming to him, because he could not come to them. They did not make it. Rayan woke up 3 days later. A nurse was standing at the window. The room smelled like antiseptic and something else he could not name at first. Then he realized it was silence. A silence that did not belong. He reached his hand to the side, the way he always did in the morning, expecting to feel Hina's hand or hear a child's voice. But there was nothing. Just a metal bed rail. Just a white ceiling. Just a room that was too quiet. The doctor came in. He spoke slowly. Rayan listened. And somewhere in the middle of those slow, careful words, something inside him broke in a way that cannot be fixed with medicine or time. He was discharged 6 weeks later. His brother came to take him home. But when the car pulled up to the house, Rayan could not get out. He sat in the passenger seat for 40 minutes, staring at the front door. The door he had walked out of that Tuesday morning without looking back. His brother did not say anything. He just sat beside him and waited. Rayan eventually went inside. The haleem was still in the refrigerator. Bilal's drawing was on the kitchen table where Hina had left it. 4 people. A house. Crayon-colored sky. Rayan sat down on the kitchen floor and held that piece of paper for a very long time. He did not eat for 2 days. In the weeks that followed, Rayan moved through life like a man who had forgotten how to be in it. He did not go back to work. He did not answer most calls. His brother and sister came often, cooked food he barely touched, and sat with him in rooms that felt too large. Rayan was there in body, but absent in every other way. He had lost not just his family, but his reason to be careful, his reason to rush home, his reason to look forward to morning. But grief, even the heaviest kind, has a way of shifting. Not lifting, not disappearing, just shifting enough to let a person breathe. One evening, about 3 months after the accident, Rayan was cleaning out Zara's room. He found her shoes under the bed. Small, pink, with little flowers on the strap. He held them and cried the way he had not cried before, loudly, openly, with his whole chest. And when it passed, he sat quietly for a long time. And he thought about that message. Hina's last message. We are waiting. Drive safe. She had told him. She had always told him. Drive safe. Come home. We are waiting. He had not listened the way he should have. Today, Rayan visits the grave every Friday. He brings flowers for Hina, a small toy for Zara, and a notebook for Bilal, because his son had wanted to be a writer. He does not speak much. He just sits. And in that silence, he carries something he wants every person who has ever driven tired, or glanced at a phone on a dark road, or said just this once to hear. No moment on your phone is worth the people waiting for you at home. No message, no notification, no distraction is more important than keeping your eyes on the road. The people you love do not ask for much. They ask only that you come back. And that is the one thing you must never take for granted. Rayan lost everything in 3 seconds. 3 seconds of looking away. 3 seconds that rewrote his entire life. Do not let your 3 seconds come. Put the phone down. Drive home. They are waiting.